Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Wednesday, October the 17th, 2012. We're looking at several charts today. I'm going to start off looking at the AORD, Australia's markets. And this one, we're actually seeing a nice advance off of this little consolidation period you had for a bit here. And nice move to the upside here. But we're not trading this, and we're not looking to trade this. And the reason being, you've got a close here at this point, a higher close here, trending up at the same time period on the corresponding indicator of the ultimate oscillator. You see this high point here on the ultimate oscillator, and then the corresponding high point here. We're trending down. This is a bearish divergence indicating that this advance to the upside is not going to be a sustainable advance. That would make sense for us anyway because of the distance we are away from the 50-period moving average. So let it advance without you and keep an eye on it. We'll see if maybe a pullback later might give us a better opportunity, or maybe we'll peak out somewhere and start seeing some short opportunities. But right now, just let this one run without us. We've made some nice money here. Just good just to watch this one run. The Dow Jones Industrial Average also closed to the upside again today. However, the actual trading activity is not all that bullish comparative to the previous day. It's actually a hanging man candlestick. It doesn't have to stop and reverse here. It can, but you can also see it move higher. The main thing I'll be watching with this, like I said, I'm not involved in this from the bullish perspective at this point in time because we didn't have a hammer candlestick formation off of this low point here, which is what I like to see. And so we're watching this one just sitting on the sidelines. We were involved in other situations. The main thing I'm seeing here that is something I want to pay attention to is I'm looking at this for the past couple of days. I've talked about this. Whenever you see an advance like this, where you've got a situation where you've got a close here and a higher close here, so you're trending up in this scenario here, and yet you've got a close here and a close here that's trending down, that you're getting some conflicting signals. You don't really know the direction, and typically when you see those conflicting signals, the actual direction is simply sideways. It's not actually up or down. So you want that to change. Either you're going to get a series of higher highs, and that would start to give you a series of opportunities where you look for the next pullback as a buy opportunity, or you will see it fail here and start to roll over, and then you get a series of lower highs, and then downtrend would be more likely in that scenario. What I'm looking at this right now, I'm seeing that this move to the upside could continue to the upside, but right now, what we just have right now is a series of lower highs like so, and at the same time period in the ultimate oscillator, we can pull it up here and see we have higher highs. That is a negative reversal telling us look for a pullback. So right now, again, I wouldn't be messing with this. If you are long this scenario, your stop is set off today's low. That's where your stop would be if you were actually trading this on the long side and be looking to get stopped out. If you were, you would simply step out and move to the cash and remain that way. One thing I'd like to point out regarding the Dow Jones Industrial Average and why I'm not attempting to short this guy here. Over here, at this high point, you ran up here, you hit a shooting star formation. You did it again here. This time around, no shooting star formation. So again, this would not be confirming the bearish scenario there. So just keep an eye on it. But right now, it's too confusing as to the actual true direction, and I'm not going to take a chance on that. The French CAC 40 index broke out to the upside about 3 days ago and has continued to keep moving to the upside. That's fine. You got a continuation signal today. Looking at a test of the previous high, we didn't trade this one. If you did on the breakout here to the close above that downtrend line there, you'll notice something here. Whenever you break above that, oftentimes you can pull back down and test it to find if you're seeing some support, which develops and then it takes off again to the upside. Keep that in mind whenever you see those breakouts and closes above that downtrend line, because you've got lots of charts that are doing it right now. So some of you guys may see a pullback back to those previous resistance lines to see if they start acting as support. If they do, expect them to bounce off of that and move higher. German DAX composite has also broken out of its nice little channel it was developing in nice little wedge formation here. Once you close above that, this is going to start acting as support. Look for it to start moving to the upside test of the previous high. Quick glance here at the Japan iShares. We've advanced the stop again on this particular trade we've been involved in. It's been 4 or 5 days to the upside already. Advanced the stop right here, 1 cent below today's low. We get stopped out, that's fine. Again, I want to point out high point here, higher high here, trending up. The corresponding time frame, the same period, is simply flat here. You can bump up to the upside again here, or you can get a little pullback. In either case, if you got a pullback back to this previous downtrend line where you were finding resistance, I would expect to find support there, and I'd look to get involved there again on the long side. We mentioned European charts were breaking to the upside yesterday. If you took advantage of that, congratulations. You had a simple close above this downtrend line there, and that's what gave you the heads up that you were breaking out and moving to the upside. So congratulations if you traded that. I didn't get involved in this one, and if you did, just continue to advance your stop and continue continue to make money. This is a continuation candlestick looking for a move to continue higher. The NASDAQ is a tricky chart. We have traded this one on the long side because we had a hammer candlestick formation forming there. The previous potential neckline here. This is something I didn't trade to the downside, even though we had a potential head and shoulders formation there. I didn't because I have seen that develop before, and we had a situation almost identical to this where we saw a head and shoulders formation, confirmation closing below the neckline, and then she just reversed and started moving higher. The difference between that time and then and this time is nothing. The thing that actually caused it to move higher was the Fed manipulation of the market, which we still have effective today, and that's why I didn't get involved on the short side. I have advanced the stop up to 1 cent below today's low here, simply looking for this to continue to move higher. That's fine. If that's the case, we'll advance the stop as she does so. Right now, I don't want to take any risk on this because you have a series of lower highs and lower lows, so the actual trend, this trade that we're doing here, is a counter trend move, and it is a difficult move to be successful to trade. So be looking for this to continue moving higher. However, be quick to get out if it starts to break down. The XOI oil index is probably one of the strongest charts that we can look at today, and it is moving to the upside. We've advanced the stop on this trade, and we like everything about it. There's really nothing to dislike about this chart. However, it does affect, of course, the economy, as higher gas prices will then be in effect as we continue to move higher and break out to the upside and so forth and so on. So keep this chart as something you want to be looking to trade on the long side. For now, it's a very bullish chart. We've also advanced the stop on the Russell 2000 Small Cap Index. Another very bullish chart comes up here. We've advanced the stop to 1 cent below today's low, looking for this to continue to move higher, and we will continue to trade with it as long as that is the case. The target on this one is going to be the previous high. Quick glance here at the S&P 500 Large Cap Index, the SPX. You can see we are now approaching the previous resistance line. That's something we're going to keep an eye on. We get a close above this point, the bearish argument is worthless. So keep an eye on that close. Maybe tomorrow or the day after, you may see a close above that line. If you don't, if you go up here and you find resistance and you cannot break above that, then the bearish actually have a stronger case than we've been giving them credit for. The EMW Wilshire 4500, this is something that you may want to get involved in, and now as you had to close, we've been talking about this as confirmation. Once you close above this downtrend line, we like that. We're looking for that resistance line to now start acting as support. If you're already buying at this point here, little hammer candlestick formation, looking deal here at the 50 period moving average, and the previous support line, it was previous resistance acting as support, that's fine. Advance your stop to this point. If you're looking to trade it as a momentum trade, be a buyer at that point with the stop set the same place, looking for a target test of the previous high. If you've not been to the free website at perfectstockalert.com, it's right there. It's 100% free, and all we ask in return, please refer a friend. God bless, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.